Hey Simmers, I'm Erin, I play The Sims, and you are watching the next episode of the 100die Fundie Baby Challenge, a challenge in The Sims 4 where we take the 100 Baby Challenge to Weird Culty Fundie Church. Guys, I am sick, but I want to record. Beth is feeling adventurous up on this horse. Like, look at her. Oh my goodness. She took the horse for an early morning ride in the wee hours of the morning. Oh my goodness. It looks like Topaz is liking malicious interactions. Some Sims are just so good at being mean. Their well-crafted, rude comments can seem almost admirable. Topaz is in awe of how effective that rude interaction from Limestone was. Limestone must have spent a while coming up with something so venomous. Oh my goodness. So he likes it when people are rude to him. That is sad. Guys, you can hear it in my voice. I don't know what I'm coming down with, but I'm coming down with something. It's not COVID. I tested. So we're good there. Let's lock this for the horse. Let's lock this for all the horses. Perfect, guys. We got to get the farm up and moving. Today we are doing church. We have to do that for a couple of reasons. Number one, we just got to get everybody together. We absolutely have to. Number two, Danny has to be able to fundraise for his mission trip that he is going on. Guys, he's going to Salvadorado. The Josephs got a, let's repair that please. The Josephs got a call from Timothy and the missionary organization that he runs. And it's super weird, super strange, but somehow Timothy doesn't feel like Tomering is where he and his Fundie group need to be. It could have something to do with him being pushed out because he was super rude and awful to the locals. Yay, Topaz finished his homework for the day. Guys, I forgot to make it a school holiday where they stay home from school. So everybody just sort of called in today. We're going to have homeschool as soon as we're ready, as soon as the farm is ready. We are finally going to have church. I'm so excited. I got no other plans for today. I don't think anyone is aging up. Oh, so excited. Yeah, guys, look at this whole week. No one's birthdays. Oh, that's amazing. Go, little Limey, go. We are getting that potty skill. What level are you getting to, sir? Let's take a look. Ooh, oh, Garnet and Topaz are jokesters together. That's super cute. I like to think that Garnet and Topaz have a cute relationship, like they have a special one. So, they're teasing each other. Rose, let's talk about Rose. Guys, Rose is not going to be going on a mission trip. The boys will. And singles do. Young women who are of marrying age will go in the IBLP on mission trips to help the IBLP organization or to help spread their gospel. But, oh, good job, Rose. But the Josephs are very protective of their daughters. None of their daughters have managed to stay. None of the girls that they have birthed have managed to stay in the IBLP. And gosh darn it, they are not going to loosen their grip on them. So while her brother Danny can go on a mission and would probably be expected to, so long as he wasn't going to immediately marry, Rose Quartz will not be. Rose Quartz will be staying with her family under her parents' watchful eye, where she can be appropriately guided and really prepared for marriage, whether it does or does not come. She will be getting daily instruction by her parents for this. But I do think that, poor Rose, I do think that, and Mom's grossed out by the potty seat. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry, just setting everybody to do the chores. Poor Beth. She's so squeamish. She's gotten more squeamish as she has gotten older. Poor gal. But you know what, sweetheart, unless you or your husband roll the want to have a baby, this is your last. Your watcher is giving you a break. Mama's just going to teach her little boy how to talk, apparently next to the nasty potty, but that's okay. So yeah, unless she or her husband roll the want to have another child, and neither of them have, in quite a few children, honestly. I think they're doing it out of obligation. They love their kids, but like at the same time, what are you doing? You're on the floor? That's interesting. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be upset about it. So unless they roll the want to have more children, they are done. Oh, fall crafts. That's cute. Oh, that's absolutely adorable. So let's take a look. Topaz is trying to get some games of chess in. Garnet has the Child of the Watcher aspiration. I think all of our children are going to have this. So she wants to read with an adult for 2 hours, play an instrument for 5 total hours, go 12 hours without a negative need moodlet. Okay. And become friends with 2 adults. So that would be her 2 parents. I think we can do that for her. So basically, Child of the Watcher is really aimed at making children this ideal model. They are to be the envy of other parents' eyes. They are to make the IBLP look good. So that's what Garnet's going to be really invested in doing. Why are we? Mama, how we doing next to the gross potty? I'm so sorry. She is like pouting about this. This is hilarious. So, Daddy, what's going on here? Yay, How Now is out. It is fall, guys. It is properly fall. You can see the leaves falling around. Dad is just going to be taking care of How Now. Danny is taking care of the chickens and will be taking care of Frosty. Frosty actually should be taken care of by him. This is Danny's horse. So we'll see how involved he is. We may be super busy in all of that. So let's see, we're going to collect the biofuel, pardon me, and the cricket flower. Yay, communication level 2. Oh, Deuteronomy is getting on in years. Okay. And he's uploading to Simstagram. You guys, I think Danny is probably going to end up being an influencer or like a Simfluencer. Or starting out that way. It's really for the watcher. He wants to make sure that, you know, his account is dedicated to the watcher so that all of those who could be led will be, that they deserve to have as, Frosty's being, I hope, nice to How Now, so that they, you know, they can be reached for the watcher, those lost worldly Sims. And I think that he's going to end up trying to court. He'll use it as, quote, a ministry, which justifies, he's antagonizing the cow. Frosty is antagonizing the cow. Great. So Danny is going to end up, yes, communication level 3. That's outstanding. Danny is going to end up trying to quote, find the lost souls. Listen, Danny is questionable at best. He's had some really mixed messages growing up. He has to figure out what to do with those. He knows that he's at a social advantage in his group. So somebody was going to be the manipulator, and Danny, my boy, you are it. So why not give him social media? You know, I imagine him having Sim Twitter fights and all of those in the name of the watcher, and then making a grand post about how he's better than it all. So he's just not going to contend with this anymore when he gets proven wrong. That's what I see for this young man. Dad is done with farm chores. I would like him to get together and just read to his children. He's going to be prepping them for a good old Watcherite service, you guys. Good old Watcherite, Fundie Watcherite service. Not just Watcherites, but Fundie Watcherites. He wants to make sure that he is actively involved in how these children view the world. Best image ever. They can't wait for your next one. Dan Bright gave 12 followers. Nice job, kiddo. Wonderful. Yes, Rose Quartz reached knitting level 3. Guys, in this trad wife aspiration that she has, this is going to be, she just needs to get knitting level 4. And then our next step in level 1 of this is to get married. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It is rainy and gross. I guess he wanted him over by the table to read. I don't know. It's rainy and gross. We're getting scared because of thunderstorms because we were out in it. Yes! Limestone movement level 3. Love you, buddy. Mom is thrilled that the kids are getting like a children's symbol story from their father. Very, very proud moment, I think, for her. She and Dan Bright are looking at some of his stolen property, while Dan Bright is just admiring his handiwork, we'll call it. Mom is probably going to be asking Dad about if she's seen this, essentially. That, hey, Limestone has a poster in his room, and we've never bought him this. Like, in fact, I know for sure that this hangs at the school that he goes to, and he hasn't been forthright in telling us where it came from. He didn't even mention that it came in. So she just asked him about his opinion of their son, and James said, I like Dan Bright. He's pretty cool. So he has a good opinion of him. And I don't think Mom has asked him to go see that. Dan Bright has a pristine reputation. Well, that's about to get on the fritz, buddy. She's just chatting with her husband to say, like, hey, I love our children, but we can't sweep what they do under the rug. Oh, he's flirting with her. I think they're probably talking in code in front of the kids. James and Beth probably would not be doing what they call stirring contention in front of other members of the household. This would be a private conversation. But I think Beth and James are both, no one likes me. No one will ever like me. Why bother with anything anymore? This is Dan Bright being manipulative. He knows that Mom and Dad are talking in code about whether he's been a sneaky little boy. He's asking James this. So he is really trying to gaslight his mom. No one likes me. No one will ever like me. Why bother with anything anymore? This emotional plea to his father. I think his dad would say, people like you. Look around. Yes. Responsibility. Oh, empathy decreases. That tracks, to be honest. Garnet reached social level 4. Good job, Garnet. Well, Mom is tabling it for now. She knows that it's not a good time, especially because we're about to start church. She's a wise woman. She picks her moments. She knows that her son just tried to out-socially maneuver her, which is, I would imagine, kind of scary. That like, oh no, what tendencies are we seeing in this child? This is certainly not watcher honoring. I don't like this. But again, she's gonna have to table it for now. Because right now, guys, church is starting. She's gonna leave Rose Quartz to mind the kids. Danny has to go with them to petition those adults, get relationships with those adults, to be able to ask for their money. Ooh, everybody's running, getting in out of the rain. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Danny will be in here in just a minute. I think he's gonna go ahead and just say hi to everybody. So we've got Umber Grove. He hasn't had a physical makeover yet, but he and his family just got bought into this. So he's gonna unfortunately have to cut that beautiful hair. Watcher bless. All of his family are now Watcher Fundies. And of course, we've got Jessica Lewis. She is our in-law, I guess. So we're going to talk about cooking with her. Just get to chatting, get to meeting. Danny, you're going to get some respectful introduction. We do have Mrs. Cruz, Miranda Cruz. She is mom of this massive brood of Fundie folks. Her husband isn't here with her today, but he will be with us in subsequent church gatherings. Oh, yay. All right. So they're building relationships, and let's talk about that. This is one of the big draws of this lifestyle. You are in a community of folks that you automatically know the rules, that there's all this insider language, that you really do feel like you belong in, so long as you all uphold the same traditions, morals, all that. It's like instant community, which is wonderful. The love bombing of this feels outstanding. That feels great. So for instance, I remember when Alice Roberts, the wife of Mr. Roberts over here, was very new to this community. She didn't have any children under her belt. She now is a mother of 6. Oh my goodness, Lonnie is so mad. Does Lonnie have a baby bump? Maybe I'm seeing things. She's allowed to gain weight. Goodness knows her life is stressful enough. But let's give her some parenting tips. We are her mother-in-law after all. I think this is a baby bump, you guys. They only have 2 children. The pressure would be on them. They would be wondering why they're not popping out more kids. Let's have a deep conversation. Oh, yay. Our chick hatched. Miracle of miracles. What a blessing from the Watcher. Dad, let's go up and give a speech. I think we've had enough congregating. We'll see if we can prime them from the pulpit, so to say. We want to make sure that we are influencing our flock. James really does believe in the power of missions. So this is important. He is convicted about this. He believes that this does a whole lot of good. He is incredibly proud of his son, whom he is none the wiser, is a common thief. Let's be honest. Now, swiping one thing in a teen's life does not make them a criminal. Okay, I mean, like technically it does as far as the law is concerned. It makes them a criminal, but they're not like a career criminal, right? So there's no need really to overreact and, throw the books at him. Probably nothing that a honest, loving, open conversation wouldn't solve, but that's not how Fundies do this, okay? There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of suggestions. Your spiritual life is very much in the balance that you are disappointing your creator. And there may even be some doctrine that backs that up, but it's always a very tricky thing with linking something that you should do that is beneficial to that you have to do it. Otherwise, your pixelated soul will end up in the recycled bin forever. Like, that's a little extreme, right? And that's where everything goes to. It's not that, hey, this is just helpful to your fellow man. And you know what? If you don't end up doing it, your watcher will forgive you because you're a sim, and that's okay. We don't want to stay here because that hurts everybody, but we also want to make sure you're okay. That's not what Danny is hearing. What Danny is hearing is that every single solitary thing that you do that is not within what we perceive as the watcher's plan for you is threatening your pixels to the nth degree. Oh yay! Looks like he gave a successful speech. So with that, I think the ladies can end their gathering because they don't hold the purse strings really in their households anyway. So they can just get on out of here back into their kitchens nice and barefoot to make sure that the household runs so the men can do the real work. And Danny can start to schmooze the men a little. It looks like he is a wee bit hungry, but that's okay. He's also not really having fun. So, oh my gosh, he already fundraised for his missions trip. I missed it. We're gonna see about soliciting donations from our brother-in-law. His relationship is not super high with him. Ooh, what did we get? With some hard facts, a friendly smile, and just a little bit of guilt tripping. Oh my gosh, Danny, this is you to a T. How does the game know? Dan Barite successfully secured a donation of 25 simoleons. Good job, bud. I mean, I would say good job, but he was manipulative. That's how he got it. I don't expect anything else of Dan Barite, to be very honest with you. So let's see if we can do that. Again, I would like to solicit from everybody. These guys know the drill. By this point, it would be pretty normal. Oh, making hard choices is stressful. Dan Barite can't win all the time. So, Mr. Grove told him no thank you. Does he have a good reason? Probably. He's got an ever-growing family now that he's in this cult, and he could really use his money. He doesn't really need to fund essentially an out-of-the-country excursion. Glad you brought this up, James. Been thinking, oh yes, okay. Well, James just talked to him about having more kids. He's like, if you're not going to give more money, you might as well give more children. What about those? Let's see, Danny, what are we doing? Oh, he just shouted forbidden words. He is such a bad kid. Oh my gosh. So James is going to have to deal with this pretty swiftly. His son, preacher's son, whilst asking for donations, just shouted forbidden words at everybody. So I think what we'll do is we'll end church and we'll have everybody go home. I think they got here at like 6-ish. It's 9:30. They're leaving. They know. Very last, Danny is going to solicit his father. Yes, 25 simoleons. Okay. So he didn't raise overly much, but he did raise some. These boys are going to go in, take care of their needs. Guys, this was probably a really short episode, and I do apologize for that, but you know what? Next episode, normally we do the mission trips over live stream. This next episode, because of the path that I foresee for Danny, we're actually going to be taking our time. So this next episode is going to be an actual episode of Danny's mission trip to Salvadorado. We're going to be, ooh, I know you're so mad. Listen, you're not great at manipulation yet. This next episode is going to be Danny going to Salvadorado. We're going to see his interaction with Timothy, how powerful that may or may not be. His interaction with the Salvadoran people. And then we will live stream him at a later date. But I need this to kind of be canon. And please do not think I have forgotten about our Rose Quartz. Rose Quartz is getting their very own story, their very own special story while Danny is off doing what he's going to need to do in his mission trip. We are going to then do a camping trip, and Rose is going to come on, her and her kind of materialistic, I imagine her getting like the high maintenance trait. Her materialistic high maintenance trait self is going on a camping trip with her family. I can tell you she doesn't know about it now, but she's going to be thrilled. But this is exactly where her watcher wants to take her for a specific reason. So guys, so excited to do our next few episodes. I really hope that you will be tuning in and chilling out along with me. I hope your weeks have gone really well. I will see you on Saturday during stream or the next time I post. Watch or bless, and as always, happy simming.